that you can push, right? And at some companies like Apple, it's a very taut membrane, and if you push it, it'll snap like that in your face. And if you don't have the relationships,
electrocuted, really.
Well, yeah. So if you don't have the relationships holding you in place, you're going to get flung out of the company. And in fact, for my book, we interviewed a bunch of people who got fired from companies, and Mark Jen was one of them. He got fired from Google after like 3 weeks of working at Google because he was trying to be a different kind of blogger there and push on their membrane. But he didn't really understand that you got to build the relationships internally first before you can shove on that membrane. And he also didn't understand how to study the corporate culture. And right when he got there, 2 weeks after he got there, all the employees were going to be able to sell their first shares of stock. So if you thought about that, it's like, what's working at Google like? Well, this kid comes along and starts mouths off about different things that aren't good at Google, and everybody's about to get rich, and they're like, shut that kid up. I could just see the kinds of things. And then he blogged some financial results in a meeting. Now, if I had done that at Microsoft, the kind of results he blogged probably wouldn't have gotten fired. It probably would have just gotten a slap on the hand. But at Google, he had put fuel around his feet, and that was the spark that lit the fire and got him fired. And he just wasn't very astute about it. All the people who got fired couldn't tell me the answers to 2 questions. One, they didn't know they were taking risks. Mark said, I didn't know I was going to get fired. They didn't have a blogging policy. And I'm like, in California, you can get fired for wearing the wrong T-shirt or something. I mean, it's an at-will work state, right? It's not quite that easy to fire, but it's almost that easy. And 2, they didn't have a good answer of what they wanted the company to do on behalf of taking that risk.
And did Microsoft?
Yeah. Well, when I took risk at Microsoft, and I told Bomber, he was full of it one time, right? In my blog, I knew I was taking corporate risk, and I had a very explicit set of things I wanted him to do and the company to do on behalf of that.
Okay. And eventually, you clearly left Microsoft.
Yep.
Were you fired for taking on Ballmer? Did you quit for better opportunity?
Better opportunities, yeah.
And what was this better opportunity?
Well, at Microsoft, we built this thing called Channel 9, which is a social media website. It had a blogging component, a video blogging component, a wiki,